So hello guys, as I told you earlier that today I'm gonna start a new series of Python tutorials on YouTube. So I have named it as Learn Python Fast and Professionally. So in this tutorial series, what you will be learning, what we will be learning is basically basics of Python. Then we'll be learning data analysis in Python, data science using Python, machine learning using Python, image processing using Python, the neural networks using Python, artificial neural networks using Python, and so on. And I have planned a similar series to do on image processing on GNU Octave or MATLAB, and I will be sharing the links of the same and details of the same in the near future very soon. And for each and everything which I discussed today and for the codes which I will be discussing over here today will be linked in the video description below, so please check that. And if you have any queries, please do comment, and if you want to reach me personally, then you can do so using my social media handles which are also listed below, so you can just follow me over there and you can ask any questions whatsoever you like. And so today I'll be first showing what are the things I use for Python and how we can code very basic things in Python. And today I'll be this video will be a bit long, like 30 minutes or so, like unlike my previous videos which were in around 10 minutes. So guys, I have another announcement. The announcement is that so these videos will be posted thrice each week, like on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and the tech talks will be done twice. That's on Saturdays and Sundays. And that's the basic thing which I needed to talk to you. And if you have any queries, please do comment. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell notification icon so that you get notified each and every time I post a new video. Please like my videos, please share them with your friends and make my videos reach your friends so that the persons who want to learn Python can learn it very easily, fast and efficiently and professionally, so that you get a job using Python. And I have been using Python for 4 years now, and I use primarily these tools, and I'll be showing all those tools to you so that you can also use those tools and learn Python very fast like I did. So let's begin, shall we? Hello guys, I'm your host Subhra. So today the first thing which I wanted to show is the distribution of Python which I generally use for my daily practices of Python and doing or running any code in Python. I use Python a lot. So let's move over to my browser. Okay, so I use the Anaconda distribution of Python. So Anaconda distribution of Python is used mainly for data science and analytics purposes, and you can use it for any purpose, but I use it for all the purposes because it has all the libraries which you need for data science or analytics built in, and if you need anything extra, so you just go on the terminal, just write pip install and it gives you the new things. And say for example you want to install it for Windows, so you go over there, you can download the Anaconda installer from this first link. So after you download, you follow these steps, each and every step over here. After you follow each and every steps, the Anaconda distribution will be installed in your system. And after you are done installing Anaconda distribution of Python, you can write code very fast. And I tell you, this is the best distribution which I have come across till date. And then IDE which I use is Visual Studio Code, and we can download it from this. Both the links are given in the description box below, along with the code for today's tutorial session which I will be discussing right now. So each and everything is given in the description box below. So you can download Visual Code Studio from the link given, and I use this, and this is one of my primary text editors which I use all the time for any texting documentation or writing any text or large text, and then coding and all. I use Visual Code Studio, and I love Visual Code Studio for that. So these are the things which you can download and install, and these are the things which I will be using. So let's jump over to Visual Code Studio and we'll talk in that. So now we are in Visual Code Studio, and in this Visual Code Studio I'll be showing you how to write Python. So for a very basic thing, when we learn to speak, we learn to say hello or hi or mom, dad, anything, the first words. So in computer language, in computer world, we say hello world to begin with any coding. Like we say hello to a person when we meet new, so we do it like hello to the world using this coding language, and that's very easy doing in Python. There's nothing, just writing print and we write hello world from STG. So STG is Subhra, and you save it using Control S, and it's saved. And you see this triangle button over here, this play like button. So you click on this play like button, and it will run the code, and it will show you the output, hello world from STG. So that's a very basic thing, hello world. Now let me show you something. Let's go to the terminal, and in VS Code you can directly move on to the terminal. So let's clear the screen, and in this terminal what we will be doing, we'll be learning Python from the very since Python is a both interpreter language and the compile language. So let's go on to the shell script of Python. So you can directly invoke it in any terminal. Just write Python over there, and it will invoke the shell script of Python, and you can write over here. So what are the basic operations in Python? So we have the plus operation, that's for adding. 3 plus 2 is 5. So we have the subtraction operation, 3 minus 2 is 1. Then we have the multiplication operation, 3 into 2 is 6. Then we have division operation, which will give a floating number, and if you want the integer number, then it's 3 double division 2, and it will give you the integer part of that. And then what we have the modulus. Modulus is nothing but it will give you the remainder. So 3 divided by 2 generally gives us 1, because 2 times 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3, so that 1 is the remainder. So 3 times 3 modulus 2 is, okay, sorry for that. So 3 modulus 2 is 1, as you can see. And then what we have, okay, then power, how to calculate power. So 3 to the power 2, let's calculate that. It's double asterisk, and you can calculate power, 3 to the power 2. Another thing which I wanted to talk about is if one of the number is a floating point number and the other is an integer number, then it will convert it automatically to the floating point number, since floating point number has a higher precedence over the integer number. And then we can add two numbers of the same type, like integer and integer, and floating and floating, or floating and integer. This can be converted, but we cannot add numbers of different types, say for example integer and string, or floating number and string. So let me give you an example. So I have here s plus 5, so it will give you an error. So this can also be a string, plus 5. So this will give you an error. It will give you the error that can only concatenate str and not string, and not integer. So these are the things, and very basic things. So what we can do, we can this can be done very easily. So we don't define any data type. We just write the variable name, then an equal to, and then assign a value. So a is equals to 3, b is equals to 4.2, c is equals to stg, our favorite name, and sorry for that, stg, and d is equals to say for example true. So we defined 4 types of values over here. Now we don't know which type how to check which type of value is stored in each and everything. So for that we just write type, and we pass the variable, and after we do that, it will show the class of that variable. So in Python, you should note that each and everything is an object. So integer, that a is a object of the class integer, and it is having a value 3. It is storing a value 3. So like that, b is we can do this for b. So b will be a float. B is a object of class float, and it is having a value 4.2. So like that we say. Then again we can do it for c. So c will be string, and last one will be d, that's a boolean. So these are the 4 primary data types which we have in Python, and using this we can derive any data type which we want. And I'll be talking about data types later, like user defined data types, and I'll say, so these are the primary data types which we have, and using this we will be coding most of the things. And for you guys, I will be saving this. Okay, so I am saving you guys all this over here. So Control N for a new page, and let's close the terminal now. So you can exit it very easily. You just have to write quit, and then you can exit, and enter will exit the thing. So I'm again copying it for you guys, and here I'll be pasting it. So I'll be sharing with the sharing each and everything with you, so don't worry about that. And let's clear the terminal. So that's CLS. So now let's close the terminal. So back over here. So we learned about the different data types and how to assign values to variables, and we learned about how to check the data type of a variable. Now let's do something like proper mnemonic codes in Python, which we can do. So very easily, which we can do is pi. Say for example, pi is equals to 3.14. Say radius is equals to, say for example, 14, and then area is equals to pi. So what we learned is area of a circle is nothing but pi r square. So pi is, we defined pi, and we have r, so we will just write, we have to multiply pi with r square, and r square we can do is radius. So radius times 2, or radius times 2, or we can directly do the power thing which we just learned, is 2. After that, sorry for that. And after that we print the area. Print area so while printing a message with any value, what we do in Python is we write print that message in quotes, and then we write a comma, we give a comma, and we place a variable that was a or ea. And I will teach you later how to have a formatting in this. So this is done, and now we will saving it, Control S, and then we can run it using that play button. So area of the circle is calculated very easily over here. Now let's clear this and close this. Then what we can do, so I want to talk about this, like in this you can clearly understand that I am calculating the area of a circle. Now what I was talking about was mnemonic codes, and in Python you can single line comment by giving a hash. So I'm writing mnemonic codes. So what I will be doing is a is equals to 3.14, b is equals to 24, c is equals to a into b to print c. So this is basically an example of non-mnemonic code, and now let me write an example of mnemonic code. So then why we do it, I'll be explaining each and everything. When we write a mnemonic code, what happens is we can directly see the code and tell that there is some problem which is going on with this code, and you can directly modify those problem after only just seeing the code. So if I write pi over here, is equals to pi. So I'm just commenting out these lines. So multi-line comment in Python is nothing but triple quotes. So it's a multi-line comment. You understand that this thing is to be commented. So pi, and then 3.14. Then I'll be writing diameter is equals to 24, and c is equals to pi into diameter to print, sorry, not c, area. So in this part, we do not understand what is this b is representing. So when we run this code, we get a value, and we don't get any idea about what this b is representing, and we just get a value, and we don't understand what the value is even for. and in this part you can clearly understand that this is the area of a circle, and if we have done mistakes over here, we cannot identify that too. And while running this part of the code, you can directly see that okay, so you have the value of pi, you have the value of diameter, and area is equals to pi into radius square, and we can change the and we have written diameter over here, so we can just edit this and write radius. So you saw, like, I never ran this, but I understood what is the problem, and I directly modified it. So let me run this. We'll be having the same values, yeah. So and it's printing also, like area is this. So it's easier for us to understand, easier for anyone to understand. So sorry for that. So that's the thing which we can do in Python. We can write mnemonic codes. So that was a basic part of one. Let's go to the next thing which I'll be talking about. Let's comment out this thing. Now let's understand the conditionals. What are the conditionals in Python? So if we don't comment out also, then it's also. So now let's check the conditionals in Python. So what are the different conditionals in Python? So we have the if loop. So that's a main conditional in Python, if, and we write the condition. So it's like very easy. The syntax is if boolean expression. So if this evaluates to true, then this part will work. This will work. Else this will work. So this is the very basic thing. So let me write this with an example, and let me comment it also for you guys. Sorry guys, my typing speed is not that good, so I have to look at the keyboard now and then. If 1 greater than 2, print okay. So if 1 is greater than 2, then print okay. If not, then it will print Control C, Control V. Not okay. Let's save it and let's run it. So those are the things which we did earlier. So if 1 is greater than 2, now say for example, is 1 greater than 2? No. So it did not okay. Now let's see. If 1 is less than 2, Control save and run it again. So now you can see guys, it is giving okay. So this is a very basic conditional statement in Python. So these are the very basics of Python. Now let me move on. Now let's talk about something called strings in. So as I have shown you earlier also, so say for example s is equals to stg. So anything which you write inside the comment inside the quotes is a string for Python. Now string, if you want to do operator overloading on strings, we can do the plus operator overloading on string, and plus operator overloader is overloaded on string by concatenation. The string is concatenated basically. Yes, and say for example t is equals to YouTube. Now what we can do is print. So what I told you, if we have to print multiple things, so what we do is s comma, then I'll be giving a space so that I can understand that there is a space between them, and t. So we can print this. So save this and let's print it. So see, stg and blank space YouTube. Now let's clear this and close this. Yeah, what I told you, we can have this plus operator which will be overloaded over this strings. Okay, so say for example z is equals to s plus t. Now this will be overloaded over here, and it will be printing stg without any space YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, see, as I told you, So that's a very basic thing which I talked about. Now let's clear this again and close this. So now let's see how to take input. Taking input in Python. So how to take input? See, Python, I told you Python, each and everything is an object, and when you input anything, it takes it as a string object. So if you input a integer also, it will take it into a string object. So to combat this situation, what we do typecasting. We typecast that input into an integer previously, so that whenever it is inputted, it takes the input as an integer and not a string. So say for example int, okay, I is equals to input input of, and you can print any message over here. Say your name. J is equals to input say your age. So this is the thing. So this part of the code will be taking input from here, and after taking the input from here, it will be showing you the output print. So again the same thing, I comma comma, then a space, then again comma, then space, then we write J. So guys, so after this is done, what we can do is we can easily run this using open a terminal. Let's say open a new terminal. So let's clear the terminal. Just a second. So yeah, I have cleared the terminal, and now what we can do is very basically we want to run this code, and running this code is nothing but we have to type Python. Since I'm giving an input, so it will be not showing in the output screen, but we have to run it via this terminal. So this is day1. I have saved the file as day1.py. So how to run a Python file? It's nothing. Say you just have to mention this name Python, the code language, and then the name Python, and then we have to write the file name .py, and it will run the code. And say the name. So I write my name as stg, and my age is 24. So it will be printing that. So let's close this and go back over here. So now say for example I have the age, and k is equals to input. So I'm gonna omit this and say marks in physics, and next time I'm just gonna copy it, Control C, Control V, say marks in maths. Okay, so these are the new things which we are asking. So L, what we'll be doing is we'll be adding 2 marks and dividing it by 2. So that can be done as J plus K. Okay, so J plus K slash 2, or just let me give you that thing. Okay, of maths and physics. So we give a comma and we just print L. So now while running this, we'll be getting an error. Now how we'll be getting that error? So let's clear the screen. So what we write is Python day1.py, and we run it. Say your name stg, marks in physics 23, and then we write 27. So this will be giving an error. Why? Now we inputted both the things as, we did enter both the things as integer, but as I told you earlier, Python takes each and everything as string. So this thing it has taken as a string, and this thing it has taken as a string. See over here. Now what we can do, we have to convert it into integer. So that can be done very easily. Just write int in front of that and just enclose it in a bracket, and do the same in the next step. So I close the bracket first and I write int, and sorry for that, yeah, and I save it, and if I run it now, see, I am giving my name as TG, marks in physics 23, again 27. Sorry for that. I made a typing error. STG 23, 27, and now see, the average marks of maths and physics is 23 plus 27, that's 50, divided by 2, that's 25.0, and it's a floating number. So that's a very basic thing which I wanted to talk. Hello guys, I think, okay, hello guys, let's talk about a loop in Python. So let's talk about the while loop in Python for today. While loop in Python. So that's also very basic. That's while we write the keyword, then condition, boolean condition. Then we give the statements, state, to work, and finally that's we end it. And in Python everything is indented, and indentation means it's a part of the previous code, or having this colon means that after that it should expect an indentation, and you should keep in mind and properly indent your code, and that's the only thing which Python checks, like proper indentation or not. And so we took two numbers as j and k in the last example, so let me use those two numbers. If j greater than k, then while j greater than k, we print, so we write print, and no caps is a case sensitive, we print. So j was marks of physics, so we print physics, or as long as j is greater than k. Now the next line we will be doing is decreasing the value of j. So we can do that easily by this command, and it will decrease the value of j by 1 each and every time. So let's save this, and again we run this cls, so stg, then marks in physics is, say for example, 27, and now it's 23, so it printed physics 4 times. So that's a very basic loop in Python. I hope I have been able to clear your doubts regarding these things, and I'll be posting these codes. You'll be finding these codes in the link in the video description, so please try them. And the next day we'll be talking about more in depth, like for loops and all. We'll be trying out some new examples, and if we get time the next day, we'll be talking about list, tuples, list unpacking, tuple unpacking, and all, each and everything, list unpacking operator, tuple unpacking operator. I'll be showing you each and everything, and why, and what are the proper steps to follow while writing Python codes and all. I'll be telling you all. This was the basic idea of Python which I wanted to give today. So thank you guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for being with me for so long, and let's see you guys on Monday. Bye bye.